Hey family, performer teacher Emily Branden here to bring you 5 tips on how to have a better Zoom experience. Tip number 1, turn on original sound. Go and figure out which device you're usually taking class from. Google how to turn on original sound for Zoom. Figure out which upper left or right corner it's in and get that sound on every time you take class. Make sure you have the original sound on. That's the best we can do right now. Second tip, along with sound, because sound's a very important part of your experience. If sound is bugging you, you're going to come out of the class, out of the moment. So I needed a second tip for sound, to get an amplified speaker connected to whatever your device you're taking the class on. So you can get these very cheaply little plug-in, computer speaker, so that you have a greater experience of vibration. So those of you who take my classes know that I'm a big on sound. So let's try to make it as best as we can. Tip number 3, you need a clutter-free zone that is set up for you to take class on the daily. So you need to create in your homes while you're on lockdown or isolation. You need this space, right? Like here, I always come here to my guitar. I always have this cushion out. Sometimes I'm playing standing up, but most of the time it's like this area here is my go-to for my practice. And so you need a clutter-free zone with your camera preferably set up lower so that you're kind of with the teacher. And that will start to help bring you to your practice on the daily. God knows we need it. Okay, tip number 4, don't skip Shavasana. Don't skip Shavasana in a yoga practice, and even in a dance class. You need the cool down. You need the moment where you just rest and you allow yourself to integrate all the energy that you've stirred up. Don't be lame, just do it. And it's cool. Some of you, I see you zip out of my class early because I know that you're doers and creatives and you're getting to the next thing. But that doesn't mean you skip Shavasana. That simply means when I'm doing, these final long seated stretches, you need to kind of skip ahead and do your relaxation moment. And then you can zoom out, leave meeting. Tip number 5, pleasure to be with you all. If you're interested, I teach weekly Zoom classes, emilybranden.com. Tip number 5 is sort of hippie, but it's like, set the mood. Set the mood. Like, get the news off 5 minutes before class. This is what I'm asking. 5 minutes before class, you start preparing mentally. So you get the news off, right? You even shut the Led Zeppelin off, although I get it, but just go to silence. See if you can go to silence. Go to your space, make sure it's clear, clutter-free. You start to sit down. Then when you turn that button on, you're right there. And you're able to take in the full experience. And we are doing the best we can. We're doing the best we can with Zoom. Okay? But you gotta keep practicing. You can't use it as an excuse to not juice yourself up creatively during these trying times.